Every Rainbow Six Siege player that's worth their salt has one goal in mind: win the Six Invitational. Now, for 99% of players, they will never even get to a Six Invitational. They will never even reach that level of professional play. But today that can all change, because the EML Open qualifiers are starting for the Challenger Series. Now, this is your chance as players to go from absolutely nothing, from no official leagues, through into the EML Challenger Series, compete through that, and then work your way into the EML itself, which will then give opportunities to qualify to the majors and finals, and therefore the Six Invitational. So if your goal is to go to the Six Invitational, today is where it all starts. There's been a few changes since the last couple of years, particularly inside of the ecosystem. We're going down from 9 regions down to 4 regions. EML, which stands for Europe and MENA League, NAL for the North American League, SAL for the South American League, and then APL for APAC League. If we focus very specifically on the EML, we can see that there are a total of 8 teams that are already qualified. There are 5 partner organizations, being G2, VDS, Team Secret, Fnatic, and Team Falcons. There are then 3 affiliate organizations from EUL last year that qualified through. That's going to be ENT, Wolves, and Virtus Pro. That leaves a grand total of 2 spots available to teams that qualify up through the Challenger Series. How does the Challenger Series work, you may ask? Well, the Challenger Series itself is going to be a 16-team Swiss bracket. And what that will mean is the winners play the winners, the losers play the losers, until eventually we find ourselves in a double elimination playoff bracket for 8 teams. Those 8 teams will whittle it all the way down to 2 in that grand final, who will then qualify to the EML. In terms of the Challenger Series itself, of that 16-team Swiss bracket, there are 5 teams that are automatically invited. There are 3 at this moment unknown invited teams, and then 2 teams comprising of Matchco and Team Secret, who qualify through their attendance at the Tier 2 Finals 2025, which was a combination of South, Rumble, and R6 North. The accumulation of that resulted in those 2 teams being the most successful in the Tier 2 Finals. They get their spot automatically in Challenger Series given. What that leaves is 11 standing spots from the qualifier, open qualifiers, and that's what's going to be starting to be played today. It's a completely open bracket. Anybody can play in it. You just need 5 people, sign up, and off you go. Now, the way that it works for the Challenger Series qualifiers is there are 4 separate qualifiers in totality. Each of those qualifiers is just one single elimination bracket, which means you lose and you're out. And it can go up to a round of 1024 stage. And basically you just play through, and points will be allocated based on the final position of your team in those qualifiers, starting with rank 1 being 100 points, and it goes all the way down to 10 points for the top 32 teams. Now, there are 4 qualifiers in totality this weekend, in 2 weekends time, and then every Saturday, Sunday after that until all 4 have been played. And the top 11 teams from those 4 qualifiers will then advance through to Challenger Series proper. So all in all, how will all of this transpire? How will all of this be broadcasted? Well, I'll be streaming it on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/FreshOnDesk, because all of the Challenger Series qualifiers and I believe the Swiss stage are all going to be community casted. So I'll be live streaming it at 12 p.m. GMT, which is 1 p.m. CET today, alongside a whole host, and there is a whole host of people that will be also streaming this. You've got Tom J. Sherlock, for example, Dianic, Amguns, Uragan will be streaming it, Ethan. There are so many people that will be going through. I'll try and tweet and put out a whole list of people that you can go and watch, because so much of this is going to be community casted. And I'll see you there.